All right. Hey there, crew. Welcome back to the channel on MMH here. Back in the garage today. Bit of a theme on this channel, obviously, as you may be aware by now. Behind me, I got a 2018 Lexus RX350. Bit of a short one, probably simple today, but relevant and important nonetheless. Today we're talking about brake fluid. This customer here, brake pedal, they said it feels a little bit squishier than they're used to. I checked it out. It drives okay. They would know better about how the squishiness feels. You know, it still feels firm. It's fine to me. But I don't think they've ever had the brake fluid flushed. I did check it out. I'll go ahead and show you now. We'll just get right into it here. Gonna pull this little screen out of here. All right, I already checked this thing out here. It's got a little bit of moisture in the brake fluid. I'll go ahead and show you now. There's a pretty handy little contraption here. It's just a moisture tester for brake fluid.
Whoa.
So I'll link that down below if you want one yourself. They're cheap. They're pretty handy just to have in the garage. So I don't know if you can see that there too well, but it says .3. You can set it for .345, whatever. And then it says 0% right now. We'll go ahead and shove that in our brake fluid, just so you can see here. And already, yeah, so we're at 2.2%. Let's bring you over and just show you real quick here. All right, here we go. There it is. We're at 2.1%. Kind of high for moisture and brake fluid. You don't want it. Now, we don't want any moisture in brake fluid, so this handy little thing is pretty great. So that handy thing is pretty great. Tells us exactly how much moisture we have. There's more than we want, so we're just going to go ahead. These guys aren't afraid to spend money to keep their vehicle feeling top notch, so they want to just flush the brake fluid is what I recommended. Pretty simple. I'll cover a few ways you can do that. Let's get this thing out of here so it's not making noise anymore. Clean that up, cap on, power off. We don't need that anymore. And then we'll test it after just to show you that there's no moisture left in the brake fluid. Now, the traditional way that people always do this that you see is get your wife or somebody, your friend to sit in the front seat there and pump the brakes and try to yell at each other back and forth while you're closing up the bleeder, and whether anybody gets that right, you end up sucking air in the system. It's inconvenient. Now, one thing you can do, I've got right here, this is specifically a motive power bleeder. There's different brands available, but you got your tube there. You hook this up to right to your brake reservoir. Pump this up full of pressure here. It's got a gauge on it to tell you how much pressure is in it. From this tube, there's a dip tube right to the bottom. So you put some brake fluid down in the bottom there, clean stuff. Pump this up with pressure. That forces the brake fluid up the tube and into the master cylinder. And then you don't have to pump anything. You can just go to the back, open your brake bleeder, and just let that pump itself right out. I tend to not use this. As convenient as it is, there is different fittings there for different master cylinders. This one is for Euro cars, but it actually fits most vehicles anyway. I'm going to show you the much cheaper way to do this. If you don't want to go ahead and invest in a bleeder, all you need is a old used water bottle or something like that, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. I'll just go grab my contraption right now and show you before we start. Okay, here's our fancy dealer contraption. No, this is a garage made thing. This works perfect. So what I have here, just a water bottle, old water bottle, dried out preferably. Drilled a hole in the cap here. Doesn't have to be tight or anything around this hose. We've got our bleeder hose. Just keep some brake fluid in the bottom to submerge the hose. And then you can go ahead, open your bleeder screw on the back when you're connected, and just pump your heart away with the brakes. You can't suck anything back in because you've got fluid down here that's going to prevent air from being pulled into your hose. You pump out your brake fluid into your bottle, and then you'll be able to see in your hose when you get clear stuff coming through. And it's that simple. Put a little zip tie on there just for a hook so I can hook it on something and it doesn't tip over or anything. and potentially unsubmerge our hose. So that's that. That's the simplest thing you can make, and then you don't have to worry about back and forth yelling at somebody in the driver's seat who's going to be pumping things for you and potentially pumping or releasing at the wrong time and messing up the whole thing, getting air in the system and having to rebleed. So this is much simpler, and if you don't want to invest in the Motive bleeder or one of those other brands, you don't have to. You can make this for the hose that you're going to need anyway to bleed, regardless what method you use. You're still going to need a bleeder hose. So what's that, a couple bucks at the parts store, and you know, old water bottle, and you're all set. So I'm going to go hook that up, and we're basically just going to start pumping this stuff out. I'm going to pump it all through the farthest wheel at the back first. So that is the passenger rear, farthest away from the master cylinder. And then don't let your master cylinder go dry. And that should be that. So let's get on with it. All right, here we are set up at the back wheel. Let's go ahead and loosen our bleeder. It's open now. We got some fluid coming through here. So I'm gonna go and start pumping the brakes.
No, I'll pump the brakes.
Okay, you go pump the brakes. Keep going, let it off, push it. Let it off, push it. There you go. There's our fluid coming through. Perfetto. Again, so easy. We've got a 5-year-old pumping the brakes for us. I don't even have to yell at him or anything. He just pumps away. And we'll just make sure that master cylinder stays topped up so that we don't introduce any air from that side. And then the other wheels will all be quick. This is the one we're going to push everything from the master cylinder out through. So it's going to take the longest. But once the master cylinder is all full of new fluid, that'll be very quick to just purge the lines at the other brake locations. So we'll just pump away here. There's not really much else to show you. Once we got our clean fluid coming through, which this is already fairly clean fluid, it's just got a little bit of moisture in it. So we're gonna, any potential air or moisture entrained in this, we're gonna get rid of so that these brakes are as firm as they can be. Once that's done, just simply tighten up our bleeder screw, and that is it. Simple as that. So we're gonna go ahead and keep going. No sense in you watching this for the next, as long as it takes. But that's all there is to it. All right, guys, there you have it. We just did the other 3 wheels, same as that back one. Quick and dirty, like I said. It's nice and easy. There's no sense showing you all the rest of it. It's all the same thing. Just do all 4 wheels. Good to go. Now, I'll just show you the brake fluid here. You're always going to see some level of moisture in this. That's just the nature of physics. You'll see here, we are much lower. Let's get us rotated around. You can see that 1.6, 1.5 is what we were showing there. So we're in the green. We're good to go. That looks a lot better with the cleaner fluid. We'll just go ahead and throw that cap back on, and then we'll test drive this, check the brakes. But bonus footage time, since it's such a short one. They asked me to check the cabin air filter too while I was at this thing. So it's in behind the glove box. I'll show you how to get at that thing, and we'll just check it, make sure it's clean. I'm sure it is. These guys are pretty on top of their servicing. I think they go to the dealer for most stuff, actually. But let's go ahead and we'll set up and check out that air filter there, and that should be the end of our day. All right, here we go on this cabin air filter. Should be pretty simple here. Let's open the glove box. It's in behind there. Got some little, just kind of pinch this in. That allows that to drop. And it's in the back there. You're probably not going to be able to see it. Well, you can kind of see it, but anywho, there's a damper arm right here. We just need to pop this off, and this whole thing should pop out of place. I might need another hand to do this. I don't want to break something. I'm just going to go ahead and pinch that together myself with 2 hands. See that there? Just pinch that together. It should pop that arm right off, and this whole thing should fall right out. So I'll just do that and get you back on. And there you go, literally just fell right out of place when that arm come off. So there's where those hinge hooks go into. And there is our door for our cabin filter. Again, I might need 2 hands for this. Oh, let me get away with it with one. Look at that. Now, that guy there's, oh, that guy there, this cover's got to come off, and that should be our filter right there. Again, I don't know if I can, oh, there we go. Just pinch those, and out she comes. There's our filter. And then when you put that back in, just make sure you got the right direction on it, right? Shows you up right there. So you kind of can't screw that one up. I'm sure some of you could, but you guys are probably Ford owners. Sorry, watch your luck. Okay, check this guy out. I mean, it could stand to be done just because it's out. But it doesn't look too bad. I'll blow it out with some air while I'm here anyway. And we'll shove that back in place. I should mention real quick, this entire thing is not the filter, in case you weren't aware. The filter snaps into this plastic thing, and that's all. It just comes right out. It's real easy. I don't have a new one to replace it with, but there you go, just like that. Peel it up, and then make sure you put the old filter back in with the right airflow direction, right? And that's the end of that. There's our filter back in place, and install reverse of removal. I'm trying to do this with one hand. I don't know why. There, slip those clips in the end there, and then this snaps in place there. Let's get our cover back in, top first. There you go. There's our hinges on there. We'll reattach our dampening arm. That's it. Done deal. Alright guys, quick and dirty one like I said. That's it for today. Thanks for coming in and sharing that time with me. I hope you learned something today, and if you didn't, I hope you were entertained. Wasn't a lot of jokes. I'm going to excuse the sweat. Oh, here comes the bike rider. Alright, come back next time. Thank you.